Captain's log, stardate 47111.1. A Federation listening post along the Romulan neutral zone has detected an unidentified vessel headed for Federation space. The Enterprise is moving to intercept.
At its reported heading and velocity, the vessel will enter Federation space in approximately 47.3 seconds.
Go to yellow alert.
We have the vessel on sensors.
The ship is a Garidian scout ship. They are driving their engines too hard. Their warp core is critical.
The Garidians? What is the status of their relationship with the Romulan Empire?
They are on friendly terms and may share technology.
We are being hailed.
On screen.
Help us. We are fleeing political persecution. We seek asylum. We are being persecuted.
Their signal is breaking up.
What do you make of this, number one?
It could be a trick.
The Garidians have earned a reputation as honorable warriors, Captain. They do not ordinarily resort to trickery.
We are within visual range. The Garidians' warp drive is failing. They are dropping to sublight speed inside Federation space.
Slow to impulse.
Warbird decloaking directly ahead. The Warbird is also Garidian. They are hailing us.
This is an internal Garidian matter. Withdraw at once.
You are violating Federation space.
They have cut off transmission.
The Warbird has locked its tractor beam onto the scout ship.
Go to red alert. Captain's log supplemental. A Garidian warbird has violated the neutral zone in pursuit of a scout ship. The fugitives may be seeking political asylum, but as yet we have been unable to confirm their intentions. Mr. Data, do you have any suggestions?
As long as the Warbird maintains a tractor beam on the scout ship, we cannot beam its crew aboard. However, if we maneuvered the Enterprise between the ships, we could temporarily disrupt the tractor beam.
We will have to drop our shields to use the transporter.
We'll have to take that risk. Make it so.
We have broken the Garidian's tractor beam. The crew of the scout ship has been beamed aboard.
Captain, the Warbird is hailing us.
On screen.
Federation starship. This is an internal Garidian matter. You've been warned not to interfere.
Your presence here gives me every right to interfere. Why have you violated the neutral zone?
They are locking their disruptors on us.
Captain, you are harboring dangerous criminals. I demand that you transfer them to my custody immediately.
They are now guests aboard my ship. If you return to Garidian space immediately, I will overlook your violation of the neutral zone.
Very well. You have won this time, Captain. But I promise you, there will be a next time.
The Warbird is heading back toward Garidian space. They are activating their cloaking device. Captain, our new arrivals are requesting to speak with you. Their names are Lucana, Avakar.
What are your orders, Captain?
Set course for the Ruinor sector and resume our patrol along the neutral zone.
Yes, sir.
Engage.
Captain, we are receiving an emergency transmission from Simco.
Simcoe 4. Isn't there a research center there?
Yes, sir. The work at Merton's orbital station focuses on power generation. The researchers there are among the best in the Federation.
On screen. This is Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the Federation Starship Enterprise. How can we be of help?
Captain Picard, I am Daneb, Chancellor of Simcoe. We are in need of immediate assistance. Merton's orbital station has been attacked by an unknown vessel and does not answer our hails.
Attacked? But the station is a purely scientific facility.
Is the attacking vessel still present?
We do not know. Whoever or whatever they were, our sensors did not detect them.
Perhaps it was a cloaked Romulan vessel.
I doubt the Romulans would venture this far into Federation territory. The risks are too great.
Captain, you must hurry. The attack has destabilized the station's experimental power core. We don't know how long we have until a core breach, but I can tell you the resulting energy release and radiation would be catastrophic.
What about survivors? Did anyone get off the station?
We detected several escape pods, but we haven't recovered them yet. The pods we detected could hold only a few dozen. There are hundreds aboard the station, including families.
Set course for Simcoe 4. I hope it's not too late.
Thank you, Captain. I hope you arrive in time.
We'll do our best. Picard out. Dr. Crusher.
Crusher here.
Doctor, we may shortly be taking on a large number of wounded, possibly hundreds.
How much time have I got?
Not enough, I'm afraid. Picard out. Miss LaForge?
Yes, Captain.
We're en route to Merton's orbital station. They've been attacked, and they're going to need immediate assistance. See what you can find out about their experimental...
I'll see what I can dig up, but the Simconians do some advanced work. It may take a while to figure it all out.
Then I suggest you work quickly. Millions of lives on the planet's surface may be at stake. I expect a full analysis of the situation and our options as soon as we're within sensor range.
Yes, sir.
Engage. Any suggestions, number one?
I'm sorry, Captain, I don't have any suggestions right now.
Mr. Worf, your analysis.
Captain, we should check our orders from Starfleet.
Counselor, do you have any thoughts?
I'm sorry, Captain, but I don't have any suggestions right now.
Mr. Data, any suggestions?
I suggest we contact Starfleet, Captain.
Captain's log. We have arrived at the Simcoe system in response to a distress call regarding Merton's orbital station. The station was apparently attacked by unknown forces, leaving it in danger of a power core breach.
We are within sensor range of the Merton's orbital station, sir.
On screen. Miss LaForge?
LaForge here.
Report. What is the condition of the station?
You're looking at what's left of the Merton's orbital station, one of the largest research centers in the Federation. The focus of their work is on power generation. 5 years ago, they built the prototype of an experimental power core, and it's been running the station ever since.
Power generation studies? That doesn't warrant an assault like this.
I've been in contact with Starfleet headquarters. Power generation is only part of what this station studies. For several years, researchers here have been working on new ways to detect cloaked vessels.
If the Romulans discovered this, they might have risked a raid. The Simconians did not detect the attacking ship. It may have been cloaked.
That's speculation, Mr. Worf. We have no proof the Romulans were involved.
Well, whoever it was, something powerful punched through the station's shields and sliced off an entire research wing.
What do you mean, sliced off?
There is insufficient debris in the area to indicate that the missing section was destroyed. It is possible the attackers simply removed it.
Geordie, could that be what destabilized the power core?
No, and that's what I can't figure out. Damage to the upper deck should only cause minor problems, but I'm reading serious power fluctuations. Maybe serious enough to breach the power core's containment field.
What will happen if the containment field fails?
I can't say for certain, but with the amount of energy that thing can put out, I wouldn't want to be around it when it goes.
Is there any way to shut down the core?
There's a fail-safe mechanism which is supposed to jettison the core automatically in an emergency.
I'd say this qualifies as an emergency. Why wasn't the core jettisoned?
The only way to prevent it is by manual override. Someone has to be there to stop it.
That means there's someone still alive in there. Data, are you picking up any life sign?
The station's shielding is interfering with our sensors. I cannot tell if any of the crew are still alive. However, life support is still functioning. But power readings indicate that it may fail at any time.
Dr. Crusher,
Crusher here.
we are nearing Merton's station. Are you prepared for casualties?
My staff is ready to do double shifts. We can handle about 330 emergency cases, but we'll have to beam the rest down to Simcoe.
Understood. What is your recommendation?
We can't do anything from here, but to get an away team aboard, we have to find a way through those shields.
I believe I have a solution. The station's upper shields are badly damaged. If we establish a lock on a transporter on the upper decks, a transporter beam could penetrate the weakened shields.
Once we're in, we should be able to jettison the power core. Then we could lower the station's shields and evacuate the wounded.
Very well, number one. Make it so.
Geordie, I want you and the rest of the away team ready to go in 20 minutes.
We'll be there in 10.
Any suggestions, number one?
I'm sorry, Captain, I don't have any...
Counselor, do you have any thoughts?
I'm sorry, Captain, but I don't...
Mr. Worf, your analysis.
Captain, we should check our orders from Starfleet.
Mr. Data, any suggestions?
I suggest we contact Starfleet, Captain.
Captain Picard, can you help us contact a Vulcan archaeologist named Shinnok? He may possibly hold the key to the discovery of the Lawgiver's fifth scroll.
What is this fifth scroll you mentioned?
Let me give you a bit of background. Caridian society is a rigid structure consisting of two distinct classes, the patricians and the plebeians. For the past 1,000 years, that structure has been governed by the laws derived from the four sacred scrolls. The first scroll outlines our code of honor. The second describes the relationship between the military and the government. The third defines the principles of our religion. And the fourth enumerates the privileges and responsibilities of the patrician class.
But you speak of another scroll.
According to legend, the Lawgiver also wrote a fifth scroll defining the rights and privileges of the plebeian class, which were not explained in the other scrolls.
What makes you think Shinnok can help you?
My studies indicate that the followers ended up somewhere in what is now Federation space. But because our governments are not on friendly terms, I could never follow up on that research. But the Vulcan scholar Shinnok lives in the Federation and has made extensive studies of our history. I believe he may have vital information that will help us locate the followers.
Why are you so interested in this fifth scroll?
I I am a scholar, Captain. My interest is purely academic. Lucana, on the other hand, is a social revolutionary. She hopes the scroll will inflame the underclasses to rebellion.
How would an ancient scroll do her any good?
The patricians stopped the lawgiver before he could reveal his fifth scroll. The lawgiver and a few of his disciples, known as the Followers, left Gerrid in 5 spaceships to start their own colony. No trace of them was ever found, and the story gradually took on mythic proportions.
Who is the lawgiver?
His real name was Avatrunai, and he was the architect of Geridian society. His 4 scrolls became the cornerstone of our entire culture. The 5th scroll could be the greatest social discovery in Gerrid's history. Even if you don't agree with Lucana's goals, I urge you to talk to Shinnok and help us find the scroll for science's sake.
This could be an intriguing quest. I sympathize with your cause, but I must inform you that the Federation will not take sides in Gerrid's domestic politics.
Captain Picard, my name is Lucana. On behalf of the oppressed underclasses of Gerrid, I'd like to thank you for rescuing us.
Don't thank me too quickly. You have illegally entered Federation space, and this ship is not a haven for criminals.
I am not a criminal, Captain. I am only seeking justice for my people.
Very well. You may stay on board the Enterprise until we have sorted this matter out.
Do not dismiss me so quickly, Captain. The fate of all Gerrid is hanging in the balance.
Why do you say that?
I am searching for the 5th scroll. It's the only way to give the plebeians the freedom they deserve.
Who are the plebeians?
They are the underclasses of Gerrid, forced by law to serve the patricians, their masters for the past 1,000 years.
Why are you so interested in this 5th scroll?
Finding the 5th scroll will free my people from tyranny because the scroll gives the rights to the plebeians, Gerrid's lower classes. That's why the government doesn't dare let me succeed.
If you'll excuse me, I have other duties to attend to. Perhaps we can talk again later.
I feel I should apologize for my mother's actions, Captain.
Your mother?
Yes. My mother is Pentara, the captain of the Asirum. It was her vessel you confronted when she had my scout ship in her tractor beam.
Why is your own mother trying to kill you?
She is only doing her duty. I know she doesn't want to kill me, but she is under orders to prevent Lucana from finding the lawgiver's 5th scroll.
Why are you so interested in this 5th scroll?
Because I believe in Lucana's crusade. Even though I was born a patrician, Lucana has made me aware of the plebeian suffering. The 5th scroll would give them a more honorable place in Geridian society.
I sympathize with your cause, but I must inform you that the Federation will not take sides in Gerrid's domestic politics.
And we are not asking you to do so, Captain. When the time comes, we will fight that battle ourselves.
Mr. Data, any suggestions?
I suggest we contact Starfleet, Captain.
Mr. Worf, your analysis.
Captain, we should check our orders from Starfleet.
Counselor, do you have any thoughts?
I'm sorry, Captain, but I don't have any suggestions right.
Any suggestions,
I'm sorry, Captain, I don't...
Any suggestions, number 1?
Beam down coordinates selected.
It didn't work. It's a Type 2 phaser. It's a medkit. The medical tricorder uses active and passive scans to provide diagnostic readings of body process, organ function, diseases, and electromagnetic conditions.
That does not work. That does not work.
I wouldn't try it. If that cable shifts, we could kill her. That's as close as I could cut it without endangering her. She's alive. These life sides are pretty... It's no use. We can't help her till we get that cable out of the way. I wouldn't try it. If that cable shifts, I can't make it work with that.
We can't risk it. If the cable shifts, it could crush her. I don't think that's the best thing to do. It's a phaser. I'm reading some faint life signs. I don't think that's such a good idea. She's got 2 badly broken legs. We better get her a doctor.
All things considered, she's very lucky. I can take care of the worst of her injuries here, but I'd like to get her to sickbay.
He's perfectly healthy.
I don't think that's such a good idea. We can't risk it. If the cable shifts, it could crush her.
He's fine. It's not working. It's not working. There's no need for that. If we move the cable, we may injure her. There must be another way to get her free. I don't think we need to blast everything in sight. I've never seen anything like it. Ah!
That's a phase inverter coupling. It's for reconnecting multi-phase energy channels and correcting flux modulation problems. Pulse negators are used for canceling fluctuations in pulsed energy systems. A graviton probe. That could be useful when you're dealing with a gravitic power source. A wave reduction converter. I don't see anything special. It didn't work. It didn't. It didn't work. A graviton probe. That could be useful when you're dealing with a gravitic power source. I can't make it work with that. I can't make it work with that. I can't make it. I don't think we'll need this plasma shunt. The main power source here is definitely not plasma-based. A flux router is for really delicate work. That's a phase inverter coupling. It's for reconnecting multi-phase energy channels and correcting flux modulation problems. A graviton probe. That could be useful when you're dealing with a gravitic power source. I don't see anything. A graviton probe. I can't make it. I can't make it. I can't make it. I can't make it work with that.
There's nothing unusual here. There's nothing unusual here. There's nothing unusual here. There's nothing unusual. There's nothing unusual. There's nothing unusual here. There's nothing unusual here.
We did not come here for sightseeing. We did not come here for sightseeing. We did not come here for sightseeing.
It's a graviton probe. I can't use this with that. It's a variable pulse negator. I can't use this with that. Looks like a phase inverter coupling. It's a wave reduction converter. Looks like a plasma shunt. Looks like a flux router of some kind. Looks like a flux router of some kind. Here's the life support panel. With the holotable out, we can only get damage reports on life support and power systems.
Energy surges have fused these controls. Energy surges have...
At least this turbolift still works. It's a phaser. It's a medical kit. Medical personnel use the medical tricorder to identify biological problems and determine treatment. It's a graviton probe. It's a variable pulse negator. Looks like a phase inverter coupling. It's a wave reduction converter. Looks like a plasma shunt. Looks like a flux router of some kind. There's no way to get to her. We've got to move that cable. It's a medical kit. It's a graviton probe. It's a graviton... I can't use this with that. I can't use this with that.
I can't make it work with that.
It's not working.
I do not believe that I can use this with that. I do not believe that I can... I do not... It is too heavy. That does not work.
I've got to talk to the engineers who built this place. The entire hull is lined with a liquid tritanium-duranium alloy in a memory gel suspension. It's completely self-sealing.
You mean the station heals itself?
That's one way to put it. The attack caused major structural damage. If this were any other station in the Federation, we'd be standing in a vacuum. Looks like that was their primary communications line. That would explain why they couldn't answer our hails.
Her legs are probably broken, and I think she's in shock, but I'd have to take a closer look to be sure. Anyone caught under that heavy cable when it fell could be seriously hurt. Anyone caught under that heavy cable when it fell could be seriously hurt.
This cable was severed by weapons fire, probably during the attack.
With all the damage this station's suffered, I'm surprised it's still holding together. didn't work. I don't think that's such a good idea. It didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't.
We do not have sufficient weaponry to destroy the intruder.
What?
It appears.
Make it think the wells run dry, eh? It's worth a try.
There should be emergency shutoff controls around here somewhere.
I don't think that's such a good idea. I don't think that's such... I don't think that's... It didn't work. Energy searches have fused these controls. With the holotable out, we can only get damage reports on life support and power systems. I don't think that's such a good idea. I don't think that...
It didn't work. That cable must be over 1,000 kilograms. We've got to get her out of there.
Anyone caught under that heavy cable when it fell could be seriously hurt. Anyone caught under that heavy...
This cable was severed by weapons fire, probably during the attack.
With all the damage this station's suffered, I'm surprised it's still holding together.
I'd sure like to get a look at that power core. Just one of these conduits could handle the entire energy output of the Enterprise. I'd sure like to get a look at that.
The experiments here must require a lot of energy. These look like high-capacity conduits. The experiment...
Majka. It is a triply redundant energy system. Even after a direct assault, the station is still operational.
The experimental power core must produce tremendous amounts of energy.
From this console, we can do point-to-point beaming inside the station's shields. There was a massive power fluctuation during transport. We couldn't hold our pattern integrity. I can't make it work.
It's not working.
I can't use this with... I don't think that's such a good idea. She's dead. It looks like a transporter malfunction. I don't think that's the...
I don't think we need to blast everything in sight. It's not working. It's not working. She's dead. We shouldn't have used this transporter, not with all the energy fluctuations. She's dead. We shouldn't have used this transporter, not with all the energy fluctuations. These transporter controls look like they're operating. These power surges could threaten life support. We have to find a way to switch to emergency power. These power surges could threaten life support. These transporter controls look like they're operational.
From this console, we can do point-to-point beaming inside the station's shields. From this console, we can do point-to-point beaming inside the station's shields.
It didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work.
It didn't work.
It's not working.
That does not work.
I don't think that's such a good idea. I don't think that's... With all the damage this station's suffered, I'm surprised it's still holding together. I can't use this with that. I can't use... 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 It didn't work. With all the damage this station's suffered, I'm surprised it's still holding together.
Looks like that was their primary communications line. That would explain why they couldn't answer our hails.
It's Commander Riker.
This cable was severed by weapons fire, probably during the attack. We did not come here for sightseeing. That will not work. Majka. It is a triply redundant energy system. That will not work. The turbolift appears functional, but I would advise caution. The life support panel appears operational. We should conserve our phaser energy. The Med Kit is a collection of devices that allows medical personnel to determine body conditions and treat injuries. The medical tricorder uses sensors to provide detailed scans of These controls are useless. They are too badly damaged. We did not come here for sightseeing. These controls are useless. They are too badly damaged. The life support panel appears operational. That will not work.
I think we're in luck. This life support console's still active. It didn't work. It didn't work.
It's not working. She's dead. We shouldn't have used this transporter, not with all the energy fluctuations. She's dead. We shouldn't have used this
She is dead.
She's dead. It looks like a transporter malfunction. It didn't work. It didn't work.
I don't think that's a good idea. I don't see anything special. It didn't work. LaForge to Enterprise. We just had some kind of systems failure down here.
The station's life support system has failed. If you can't bring it back online, temperature and oxygen levels will be below survivable levels in less than 15 minutes.
That isn't much time. I'll see what I can do. LaForge out. It didn't work. I don't think that's a good idea.
We have to get past that machine out there. It's blocking the way to primary engineering. Ideas?
We do not have sufficient weaponry to destroy the intruder.
What is it doing here?
It appeared to be drawing plasma from the third conduit cluster.
Well, that's it. It's collecting energy. Maybe if we can temporarily shut off the power, it'll leave.
Make it think the wells run dry, eh? It's worth a try.
There should be emergency shutoff controls around here somewhere. It's Lieutenant Worf, the ship's security chief. I don't see anything. It didn't work. It didn't work. LaForge Enterprise. Did you pick that up?
We have detected a small object departing the station at high speed. Sensors identify it as a small asteroid.
You've got to be kidding.
Apparently, this object is capable of sending false readings to our sensors. The object has accelerated to warp speed.
I'd like to chase it down, but the station isn't stable yet. See how long you can track it.
Acknowledged. Picard out.
I'd like to chase it down, but the station isn't stable yet.
Acknowledged. Picard out.
I'd say that alien machine cut through the conduit casing to get at the energy inside. I'd say that alien machine cut through the...
You have an uncanny sense of timing.
I beg your pardon?
Timing, I said. You have fine timing. The one instant I cannot afford to be distracted, and in barges all of Starfleet.
I'm Geordi LaForge, Chief Engineer of the Enterprise. We're here to help.
Thanks for the offer, but I haven't time to instruct Starfleet in the intricacies of singularity-driven power generation, so kindly stop distracting me.
There was a large machine of some kind on the power conduit just outside this door. What was it?
I can't imagine. There shouldn't be anything attached to the main conduits except where they connect to the distribution net. What did it look like?
It just cut a hole in the hull and left. I'll bet that's how it came in, too.
Well, that explains the damage to the conduits and the energy fluctuations. I wonder what it was doing.
Dr. Greaves, I'm Chief Engineer on a Galaxy-class starship. It's my job to work miracles.
Have you seen a system like this before?
I'm not sure. It looks like some kind of gravity wave power source. But how can you generate gravity waves of this magnitude?
A little something I got from the Romulans. We've got an artificial singularity bottled up down there, and by varying the strength of the containment field, I was able to increase the magnitude of the gravity waves.
But now that something's got the energy flow out of phase with the containment field, we've got to get the energy flow back in phase immediately.
Not bad for a Starfleet officer. You may be of some use after all. You see, the only reason the field's held up this long is because I've been here manually compensating for the fluctuation.
Manually? That's very impressive. But according to these energy readings, you're losing ground. Those fluctuations have been getting wilder every minute.
If you think it's bad now, watch what happens if I stop compensating. But in order to dampen the fluctuations and bring them back in phase, I'd have to access one of the damaged conduits.
Sounds like you could use an extra pair of hands. Listen, I'll handle the conduit. You maintain the containment field.
I'll keep the containment field up as long as I can. I see you already have a phase inverter and a wave reduction converter. Good. You'll need them.
A phase inverter? But that'll just make the fluctuations reverse. Unless... if we use the wave reduction converter to dampen them, the reversal will actually work in our favor.
Smarter than you look. Install the phase inverter coupling in the damaged area. Then use the wave reduction converter to bring the fluctuations down. If I can keep the containment field up, we should make it.
I'm on my way. What was it I was supposed to do again?
Once more for the heart of thinking. Install the coupling in the damaged area. Then use the reduction converter to bring the fluctuations down. Now hurry! I don't want to trouble you, but this station will shortly cease to exist unless you get that phase inverter coupling installed and engage the wave reduction converter. I don't want to trouble. I don't want to trouble you, but this station will shortly cease to exist unless you get that phase inverter coupling installed and engage the wave reduction converter.
A lot of these systems are out. A lot of these systems are out. It didn't work. A lot of these systems are out. It didn't work. It's dead. Power surges have disabled most of the station's primary systems. It didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work.
Now that the alien intruder is gone, we can enter the main engineering module.
We'd better get there quickly. The containment field won't hold much longer. It didn't work. It didn't. It didn't. What was it I was supposed to do again?
Once more for the hard of thinking. Install the coupling in the damaged area. Then use the reduction converter to bring the fluctuations down. Now hurry!
I don't think we'll need this plasma shunt. The main power source here is definitely not plasma-based. A wave reduction converter. We might be able to use this. It's a specialized tool for dampening graviton flux waves. I can't make it work with that. I can't make it work with... Enterprise.
Picard here.
We've stabilized the power core. The outer shields should be lowered now.
Confirmed. We'll start evacuating the wounded immediately.
Great. That means we're done here. Beam us up.
Acknowledged.
We are being hailed, sir. It is Chancellor Daneb.
On screen.
Captain Picard, you have my warmest thanks. We had really given up hope.
We are pleased to have been able to help. Have you recovered all the pods yet?
My staff tells me all the evacuees are safe and sound. And my compliments to your medical staff. Our surgeons were quite impressed with Dr. Crusher's handiwork.
I'll pass that along. The last of the injured personnel should be beamed down within the hour.
I think we can handle it from here. By the way, Dr. Greaves personally extends his gratitude. He felt he owed you and your crew an apology.
Tell him we accept his apology. Picard out.
What are your orders, Captain?
Set course for the Ruinor sector and resume our patrol along the neutral zone.
Yes, sir.
Engage. Mr. Data, any suggestions?
I suggest we contact Starfleet, Captain.
Counselor, do you have any thoughts?
I'm sorry, Captain, but I don't have any suggestions right now.
Mr. Worf, your analysis.
Captain, we should check our orders from Starfleet.
Any suggestions?
I'm sorry, Captain, I don't have any suggestions.
Raising shields.
Acknowledged.
Captain's log, stardate 47111.1. A Federation listening post along the Romulan neutral zone has detected an unidentified vessel headed for Federation space. The Enterprise is moving to intercept.
At its reported heading and velocity, the vessel will enter Federation.
Acknowledged.
Space, the final frontier. Mr. Data, give me a scan of this sector.
Scanning. Sensors report no unusual activity, sir. All spatial parameters appear to be normal.
What are your orders, Captain?
I should like to consider the situation a bit further.
The fifth scroll could be the greatest social discovery in Garrett's history. Even if you don't agree with Lucana's goals, I urge you to talk to Shinnok and help us find the scroll for science's sake.
I have decided to visit Shinnok and see whether he can help you regarding the fifth scroll.
Thank you for agreeing to visit Shinnok, Captain. The fifth scroll could be the greatest social discovery in Garrett's history.
Understood. We will be underway at once. I will let you know when we arrive. Mr. Worf, inform Starfleet that we will be assisting the Garidians in their search.
Aye, sir.
Computer, what are the current whereabouts of the Vulcan archaeologist Shaynok?
According to Federation Archaeological Survey records, Shaynok is currently excavating ruins on the planet Horst 3.
Set course for Horst 3, Warp 5.
Aye, sir.
Engage. Mr. Data, any suggestions?
I suggest we contact...
Counselor, do you have any thoughts?
I'm sorry, Captain, but I don't have any suggestions.
Mr. Worf, your analysis.
Captain, we should check our orders from Starfleet.
Any suggestions, number one?
I'm sorry, Captain, I don't have any suggestions right now.
Thank you for agreeing to talk to Shaynok, Captain.
Thank you, Captain, for agreeing to take us to Shaynok. The oppressed plebeians of Garrett will be forever in your debt.
Thank you for agreeing to visit Shaynok, Captain. The fifth scroll could be the greatest social discovery in Garrett's...
There are no valid beam-down coordinates at this location. Primary core access enabled. Systems online.
Mr. Worf, your analysis.
Captain, we should check our orders from Starfleet.
Thank you for...
We must talk to Shaynok, Captain. Locating the fifth scroll and returning it to Garrett will prove the plebeians have rights too. The freedom of billions is at stake.
Please, Captain, in the name of justice for an oppressed people, we need you to take us to Shaynok so we can find the fifth scroll and take it back to Garrett.
I'm sorry, Captain, I don't have any suggestions right now.
Any suggestions now?
I'm sorry, Captain.
Mr. Data, any
I suggest we contact Starfleet, Captain.
Admiral Williams here. What can I do for you, Captain?
I'd like to confirm our current orders.
Of course. Starfleet Command is still considering the options. While we review the situation, the Enterprise is to remain on patrol.
I'd like to...
Of course. Starfleet Command is still considering the options. While we review the situation, the Enterprise is to remain on patrol.
What's your assessment of our recent performance?
The Enterprise responded to a distress call from Merton Station. Good work there, Picard. Without your efforts, this could have been a real catastrophe. You saved hundreds of lives, kept the station operational, and even managed to save the experimental power core. Congratulations. Shall I go on?
Please do.
The Enterprise's presence in this region has set a lot of minds at ease, but I'm still concerned about the Romulan activity in the area. Look sharp, Captain.
I'd like to confirm our current orders.
Of course. Starfleet Command is still considering...
What's your assessment of our recent performance?
The Enterprise responded to a distress call from Merton Station. Good work there, Picard. You saved hundreds... Shall I go on?
No, thank you. What is the current situation, Admiral? Is there anything in particular we should be aware of?
Actually, things are relatively quiet right now. The only cause for concern is all the Romulan activity in the area.
Picard out.
Thank you again for your efforts, but I'm afraid we're rather busy. There's much work to do to recover from this disaster.
I understand, Chancellor. We will let you return to your duties.
Greetings, Shinnok. I'm Captain Jean-Luc Picard.
Captain, how may I assist you?
What brings an archaeologist of your stature to such a remote planet?
I am excavating the ruins of a Chodak outpost. The Federation Archaeological Survey is sponsoring my work.
Who are the Chodak?
An ancient race. At their peak, the Chodak occupied most of what is now the Romulan Empire. But I thought all known Chodak ruins were on the other side of the neutral zone.
This is the first Chodak site found in Federation space. It was my good fortune to discover it.
What have you found so far?
A great deal, actually. I have uncovered evidence of an extensive administrative system, as well as examples of Chodak computer technology quite similar to our own isolinear rods.
Intriguing. Such devices would be among the oldest known examples of isolinear technology in the galaxy.
I hope to confirm that fact. I sent several rods to the Merton's orbital station for testing. They've developed a gravitic stress dating method which is extremely accurate. However, I have not yet received their results.
I'm afraid we have got some bad news for you, Shinnok. Merton's station has been attacked. It was almost completely destroyed.
Indeed. That is a great loss.
I'd be most eager to examine the site myself. I can beam down immediately.
Captain, I'm aware of your reputation as an archaeologist, but I cannot permit any visitors. The excavation is far too delicate. My apologies.
Shinnok, we have several Garidian refugees aboard who are trying to find something called the Fifth Scroll. They said you might be able to help.
Possibly. I once did extensive research on the Lawgiver and the Followers. They fled into what is now Federation space 1,000 years ago, bearing the fifth scroll with them.
We've heard of them. So where did these followers go?
I never found the followers' colony, but your friends should not lose hope. In my search, I stumbled on one of the followers' ancient ship. The logs indicated that they had found an M-class planet suitable for colonization.
Thank you for your help, Shinnok. Good luck.
And to you, Captain. Live long and prosper.
What are your orders, Captain?
I should like to consider the situation a bit further.
Chancellor, the Vulcan archaeologist Shinnok sent some artifacts to Merton's station to be tested.
I'm sorry. Shinnok's artifacts were in the destroyed section of the station, as were many other relics we were analyzing. Thank you again for your efforts, but I'm afraid we're rather busy. There's much work to do to recover.
Admiral Williams here. What can I do for you, Cap?
I'd like to confirm our current orders.
Of course. Starfleet Command is still considering the options. While we review the situation, the Enterprise is to remain on patrol.
What's your assessment of our recent performance?
The Enterprise responded to a distress call from Merton's station. Good work there, Picard. Without your efforts, this could have been a real... You saved hundreds of lives. Shall I go on?
No, thank you. Picard out. Mr. Data,
I suggest we contact Starfleet, Captain.
Counselor, do you have any thoughts?
I'm sorry, Captain, but I don't have any suggestions.
Mr. Worf, you're...
Captain, we should check our orders from Starfleet.
Any suggestions, number one?
I'm sorry, Captain, I don't have any suggestions.
The fifth scroll could be the greatest social discovery in Garrett's history. I urge you to help us find the scroll for science's sake.
Too long have we been the slaves of our patrician masters. We must find that fifth scroll to save my people from oppression. We need your help.
Please, Captain. In the name of justice for an oppressed people, we need you to help us find the fifth scroll and...
There are no valid beam-down coordinates at this location. There are no valid beam-down coordinates at this location.
Captain, message from Starfleet. It is Admiral Redrick.
On screen. Greetings, Admiral. What can we do for you?
Jean-Luc, good to see you again. I have a little favor to ask. Would you be interested in finding a little lost lamb for me?
Unfortunately, sir, the Enterprise is already committed to another assignment. I'm afraid I can't help you.
All right. That's probably nothing anyway, but if you can find time, let me know. Redrick out. So, you found some spare time after all. Good. Are you ready to find our lost lamb on Marassia?
A lamb?
A figure of speech. I have a friend stationed on Marassia, an exobiologist. I haven't heard from her in quite a while. I'm getting a little worried. I'd like you to check into it if you can.
Who exactly is this lost lamb?
Her name is Dr. V. Hunforsch. She was on Marassia cataloging local species for the Federation Zoological Database, but no one's seen her for days.
Have the local authorities investigated the matter?
Constable Lixie, who runs the preserve, thinks V went on a field trip and that there's nothing to worry about. To humor me, she said I should send a team to investigate.
Admiral, do you have any reason to suspect foul play?
The truth? V is headstrong, but she might be chasing butterflies. But I think there's more to it than that. And Jean-Luc. Marassia is applying for Federation membership. You could review the state of affairs there while you're looking for our exobiologist.
Very well. As soon as we receive your report, we'll get on the way.
I'll transmit it immediately. Oh, and Jean-Luc, the Morassians have a strict matriarchal society. Males are usually treated as servants at best. Don't take it personally.
Understood, sir.
Good luck.
Laying a course for Marassia, Warp 5.
Yes, sir.
Engage.
Admiral Williams here.
I'd like to confirm our current orders.
Of course. A Federation scientist is missing on Marassia, in the Euterpe sector. While you're looking for her, try to assess the state of Marassia's application for membership in the Federation.
What's your assessment of our recent performance?
The Enterprise responded to a distress call from Merton Station. Good work there, Picard. You saved hundreds. Shall I go on?
No, thank you. Picard out. Mr. Data, any suggestions?
I suggest we contact Starfleet, Captain.
Any suggestions?
I'm sorry, Captain.
The lawgiver and a few of his disciples, known as the Followers, left Garrett in 5 spaceships to start their own colony. No trace of them was ever found, and gradually the story took on mythic proportions.
Too long have we been the slaves of our patrician master.
Please, Captain, in the name...
There are no valid beam-down coordinates at this location. There are no valid beam-down coordinates at this location.
Mr. Worf, your analysis.
Captain, we should check our orders from Star...
Primary core access enabled. Systems online. Warning. Entering nebula. Entering non-aligned space.
Helm, standard orbit.
Captain's log supplemental. The Enterprise has arrived at Marassia to investigate the disappearance of Dr. V. Hunforsh, an exobiologist stationed here for the past 2 years. The 3 species native to this world have enjoyed a millennium of peaceful cooperation, and this visit will give us the opportunity to review Marassia's petition for membership in the Federation. It's time we introduced ourselves. Mr. Worf, hail Constable Lixie.
Aye, Captain.
I'm Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the Federation Starship Enterprise. We have come to investigate the disappearance of Dr. Hunforsh.
Welcome to Marassia. As I told Admiral Redrick, I really don't think Dr. Hunforsh is in any danger. She's probably on an extended field trip.
Good. We'll need your beam-down coordinates.
I shall transmit them. And Captain, in order to protect the animals in the preserve, we permit no weapons of any kind on the surface.
Our away teams carry phasers for self-defense only. They can be locked on a low stun setting. I assure you none of your animals will be harmed.
I'm sorry, Captain. I won't allow it. We cannot predict how even your lowest setting will affect our animals.
I cannot risk the safety of my away team.
A typically stubborn male. Contact me when you are feeling more cooperative.
Greetings, Constable.
So, Captain, have you reconsidered your decision?
We will respect your laws. The away team will not be armed.
For a male, you are unusually cooperative.
Is there any better way to begin a relationship?
Forgive me, Captain. I am not accustomed to seeing a male in command. I will await your investigators.
Any suggestions, number one?
I'm sorry, Captain, I don't have any suggestions.
Mr. Data, any suggestion?
I suggest we
Counselor, do you...
I'm sorry, Captain, but I don't have any suggestions right.
Mr. Worf, your analysis.
Captain, we should check our...
Admiral Williams here. What?
I'd like to confirm our current...
Of course. A Federation scientist is missing on Marassia. While you're looking for her, try to assess the state of...
Picard out.
Beam down coordinates selected.
Visitors for Constable Lixie. Constable Lixie is present.
I'm Lieutenant Commander Data of the Starship Enterprise. I'm investigating the absence of Dr. Hunforsh.
Welcome. So you are the artificial human. Interesting. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but there really is no need for alarm. Dr. Hunforsh is probably just on an extended field trip.
Thank you for your time. Who were the last people to see the doctor?
Apparently, Consultant Idia was the last to see her. They had dinner or some such. It's all in my report. You should be able to access it through your tricorder.
If the doctor had been injured somewhere in the preserve, would you be able to locate her?
Of course. But our surveillance system can detect signs of distress in any of our inhabitants. And we've had no sign of trouble from the doctor.
Your tone suggests that you do not like Dr. Hunforsh.
She hasn't made many friends here. She disagrees openly with our philosophy, our methods, and has even accused us of smuggling banned species.
I would like to investigate the preserved grounds where the doctor last worked.
We'd prefer to limit the number of outsiders in the preserve while it is under construction. Investigating the doctor's laboratory should be sufficient.
A thorough investigation of the doctor's disappearance will require me to enter the preserve. Furthermore, the Federation Council has requested a review of Marasia. Unhindered access will allow me to prepare a far more detailed report.
The Federation's requests are not law here. Not yet. But in the interests of cooperation, I'll open up the area surrounding my outpost. Be sure to stay within the visitors' areas. You must understand, my responsibility to the animals comes first.
The preserve clearly embodies your philosophy of life forms living within life forms to create a single harmonious organism. It is an impressive achievement.
Very observant, Commander. Your perceptiveness does you credit.
I have no more questions for you at this time. May I investigate the doctor's quarters?
Of course. Her laboratory quarters are at the end of the path towards the mountains.
That is unnecessary.
Visitors for Constable Lixie. Constable Lixie is present.
That is unnecessary. The atoll fruit is considered to be a Marassian delicacy. The path leads into a biotope. This terminal is offline. The power grid in this area may be damaged. I do not believe that will work. I do not believe that will work.
We should search for Dr. Hoonforsh's lab. We should search for Dr. Hoonforsh's lab.
This terminal is offline. The power grid in this area may be damaged. Lieutenant Worf. Lieutenant Worf is the ship's chief security.
This terminal is deactivated. Perhaps it is damaged.
This terminal is inactive. I'd like... Worf is the ship's security chief. This terminal is inactive. It looks like this computer terminal's power has been cut. There's no need for that. I wonder if it's one of the preserve animals. The bioprobe removes samples from field units which collect them from animals. It's a cryogenically preserved specimen. It's a cryogenically preserved specimen. Field units are built to suit different environments, so they can travel in zoological habitats and check on the animals. A computer. It's not working. The sensor array conducts molecular and biospectral analysis and gives a holographic image of a specimen or scan.
It is a sonic scope. It uses acoustic resonances to analyze molecular structures. It is possible that this animal is an Akana boar from the planet Jervis. The biotable incorporates bioassay hardware to analyze specimens and perform scans. The computer is a Birkin 400K model from Arguello 9. The system is accessed by voice print or password. This port provides tricorder access to computer and communications. I do not believe that will work. I do not believe that.
The doctor must use this to examine her animals. It is a field unit. This port allows a tricorder to access the computer and communications systems. Security protocol is not required to establish a comlink.
It's a field unit. It's a carcass. This sensor array looks similar to the ones in sickbay. Dr. Hun Forsch must examine animals with it.
I do not believe that will work. do not believe that will work. That is unnecessary.
The micro-generator uses thermal energy to replenish its internal power source.
I do not believe that will work. I do not believe that will work. I do not believe that will.
Lieutenant Commander Data is in charge of operations for the Enterprise.
It's Lieutenant Commander Data. There is absolutely no one here. Apparently the shuttle dock is staffed only during scheduled flights. That's not working. I'd like to see what Dr. Hyun Forsh was doing in her lab before she disappeared. That won't work. This terminal is inactive. This terminal... It looks like this computer terminal's power.
This terminal is offline.
This terminal is deactivated. This terminal is deactivated. It is a skull. Nice touch.
I'd like to learn more about the doctor's research. I'd like to see what Dr. Hyun...
That does not work. This panel controls the gates to the shelter. Lieutenant Commander Data is in charge of operations for the Enterprise. These are the controls for the containment field.
I do not believe that will... I do not believe that... I do not believe that will work. I do not believe that will... I do not...
That will not... That does not... That does not...
I'd like to see what Dr. Hyun Forsh was doing in her lab.
That does not work. The harmonic collector absorbs sounds. This cage was opened from the inside by a creature of impressive strength. This panel controls the gates to the shelter. We should search for Dr. Hyun Forsh's lab. That will not work. The harmonic
That is unnecessary.
The harmonic collector operates on the same principle as the Bussard ram scoop collector. Its purpose, however, is to reconfigure sound waves. These generators create a network of force field segments to form separate containment areas.
We should search for Dr. Hyun Forsh's lab.
This terminal is inactive. The food's probably for the bird creature. That's not working.
Please do not feed the veranda. Chewing distracts her.
Has anyone heard from Dr. Hyun Forsh?
No, I'm afraid not.
It's some kind of animal hair or fur with gemstones woven into it. That's not working.